Happy Monday, folks, and welcome back to MBE Box Office, where we discuss and break down the top 10 best performing movies in the United Kingdom's box office. And Stephen, this is for the weekend of August 2nd to 4th, 2019. What have we got in at number one this week? I know it's a new entry.
Yeah, it is a new entry, John. It's Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, and its first week it's grossed £6.4 million overall.
It's £6.4 million, Stephen, for a movie which had a $200 million budget. It's a little lacklustre in the United Kingdom. Perhaps the Fast and Furious franchise isn't as big over here. I can't be asking back and checking the actual figures from the Fast and Furious franchise. But Stephen, overall, worldwide, it's already sitting at $332 million, nearly $333 million. We've both seen this movie, Stephen. I was invigorated or excited to go out and watch it via the just relentless promotional campaign. The trailers were fast and furious, if you pardon the pun. And I do feel, Stephen, that I'd seen the whole movie by the time I'd went into the theatre. Yeah. And it really did play out that way.
There's no surprises.
There was no surprises. Yeah. Every single big set piece in the movie was in one of the trailers that were released. I thought it was a bit of a comedy. I think you agree with me. The story was a little threadbare. It was just felt to me like they just shoehorned various action set pieces and flung in just a superfluous story just to get these two action heroes, aka Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson, on the screen.
Two things they did well though, was the action and the comedy, but apart from that, it was very, very shallow in storytelling. Yeah,
and Idris Elba's Brixton. What did you think of him as a villain? I know we're not discussing this movie.
No, we're not, but just briefly, John, I thought he was a bit of a cookie cutting sort of villain in it, you know. How many times did did he lose them?
I know.
It was good to see our own city in that very briefly.
Stephen, I didn't even notice that.
Doubled up, obviously, for London, but obviously if you come from Glasgow, you do pick out these parts.
Was that the bike sequence?
Yeah, it was,
I didn't even realise, I mind you saying to me as well. He was a paper villain. He was just terrible. Yeah. Absolutely terrible, Stephen. And there was no, after I know they'd done that running plot where he was trying to convert him to his cause, his Grandmaster's cause, but even when it became clear they weren't converting, he still was crap. Even the fight sequence at the end was lacklustre. But look, great performance from Statham and Dwayne Johnson. Really enjoyed Vanessa Kirby as well as Haiti or Hattie. And I says to you, Stephen, that sequence in Samoa was just, it smacked of the Beatles from Help, where Dwayne wanted to go home for a couple of weeks and they'd set it up so he could go away and film there. Just ridiculous. Cartoonish, but look, I enjoyed it and it's doing well overall. It will make a profit.
Is what it is.
Yeah,
we'll move on,
Gibson,
John,
is it?
to number two this week. It's The Lion King in its third week. 5.1 million over the weekend, 51.5 million overall. Yeah,
Stephen, £51.5 million is absolutely splendid. It's a fantastic performance for a movie which was just slaughtered by the critics, really.
Soulless.
Soulless. It was hollow. Yeah. There was no need for it. We already have a perfectly good Lion King from 94, I think it was, or 93. This is a slap in the face to all those critics. Disney knows how to make money.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I may be wrong. I picked up a graphic earlier on today on social media, the comparisons between its box office numbers so far to Frozen from 2013 overall. It's actually surpassed Frozen. Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not.
I'd have to
look at facts and figures.
Well, it's sitting at 1.33 billion worldwide. Yeah. So, yeah, it probably has surpassed Frozen. And these guys, it just once again shows that Disney have their finger on the pulse. They're trying to connect to a new generation. They've succeeded and they're making a bucket load of cash.
Yep. Now we'll move on to number three this week, John. It's Toy Story 4. And its seventh week now. It's 1.4 million over the weekend, 57.4 million overall.
It's another Disney movie, Stephen. £57 million overall. In terms of the actual franchise, it's now sitting at number one. It's sitting overall, I think, no, that's in the United States, sorry, $3 million or $4.5 million more than Toy Story 3. Wow. So it's unlike any other franchise we've ever seen, Stephen, where it seems to be diminishing returns as they bring more out. This is the opposite. Toy Story 1 is the least successful. Toy Story 2 is the third most successful. Toy Story 3 is the second, and Toy Story 4 is number one. So they're getting ever increasing returns from the releases. Stephen, I thought it was okay. I thought the story was a little lacklustre for me though. Didn't quite connect with it, but I still enjoyed it. Yeah. It's Woody and it's Buzz Lightyear and it's what's her face? I forget about the name. Bo Peep. And the rest of the gang and Duke Kaboom. Who can forget Keanu Reeves? But just shy of $1 billion worldwide. It's nearly $989 million, which is just insane.
Not
so
bad,
they just keep raking the money in, doesn't it?
Good day at the office. But we'll move on
Indeed.
to number 4 this week, John. It's Spider-Man Far From Home, in its 5th week now. It's grossed another £900,000 over the weekend, grossing $33.9 million overall.
Again, fantastic performance, Stephen. The most successful Spider-Man movie, I think, in the history of the franchise. I may be wrong in saying that.
No, you're right. I think
no, there you go, Stephen. Series. Spider-Man, it's third. I take that back. That's from the United States, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe overall it is now the best performing, but it's still 30 million shy of Spider-Man 1, which blows my mind. Spider-Man 2 is still ahead of it, and that makes me slightly happy, Stephen, because for me that's still the greatest Spider-Man movie of all time. But look, can't argue with the performance. Again, just shy of $1.1 billion worldwide, $160 million budget. Sony will be happy, Columbia will be happy, and Disney will be happy, as will Kevin Feige and Tom Holland. I really enjoyed it.
That's what did I, John. Number 5 this week, it's The Angry Birds Movie 2 in its first week. It's grossed £700,000 overall.
Yes, Stephen, and it hasn't got any information for worldwide grossing. It must just be over here, which is a first. It's normally us that have to wait 2 months for movies that have already been out in the States, like Peanut Butter Falcon and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Crawl. So the list is never ending, but they're getting a taste of their own medicine here, Stephen. I should say their own medicine, slipping a little bit of slang in there.
Oh, you say what you want, John.
Can't help myself. Stephen, I've seen the trailers for this. I thought it looked okay.
Yeah.
It was just average. I've not seen the first Angry Birds movie.
I did see the first one, John. I thought it was pretty average, to be honest with you. No factor of a video game. It was okay. Had some laugh out moments there, but I don't know if I'll bother seeing the second one. It wasn't that good.
Yeah, Steve, much like Hobbs and Shaw, I think they've gave away most of the funny moments in the trailers, so I don't think there's much left. And look, it's doing okay though. Look, that's absolutely fine. Sony, it's just an average animated movie. Yeah. Just shy of £1 million.
Number 6 this week, and it's 6 weeks, John. It's Yesterday. It's grossed another £400,000 over the weekend. 12.3 million overall.
Yes, Stephen, that's very impressive for what I presume to be a low budget affair. Obviously the Danny Boyle Beatles What If story. Really enjoyed it.
I don't know, low budget with a Lennon McCartney catalogue in there, John. $26
million, Stephen, and I think 20 million of that was probably the music rights. But $124.8 million worldwide. It's made a profit. I'm glad it has, because I enjoyed it. Wasn't the best story in the world, but look, the music was utilised well. Hamish Patel, not Dev, as I've been saying for weeks, was very good. He showed some good talent with music and acting ability, and obviously Lily James in there as well. Yeah. It was pretty damn good. And Rab Talil, our very own, played Jonathan Lennon at the end. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, he's in there.
Yeah, number 7 this week, John. It's Casino Royale in its 9th week at the Secret Cinema. It's grossed another £400,000. And that's over the weekend. Overall, it's 4.6 million overall. I'm very suspicious about this. I really am.
Yeah, Stephen, it seems like maybe a tax dodge or something for some rich guy down in London. It's in one theatre again.
It's grossing the same amount every weekend. That's what
I think it's because they just sell these extortionate ticket prices to people. Yeah. And they get in and get to live this great experience of being enveloped in the world of the movie.
14-year-old film, though. Yeah. Crazy.
Well, the last one, Stephen, I seen, I think, was Blade Runner from 1982.
Yeah.
That was the last one I seen, Stephen. So they tend to tap into these older golden sort of era movies, Casino Royale and that category. But it's a pretty good Bond movie. I'm not going to go and see it. It's not in Glasgow, so
no.
Not
even if it was, I wouldn't have bothered, John.
No.
I've got it in Blu-ray, so whatever. We'll move on to number 8 this week. It's Annabelle Comes Home in its 4th week. It's grossed £300,000 over the weekend, 5.7 million overall.
Yeah, Steve, I think that's 5.7 million too much. This movie is utter dog shit from what I've heard. But again, I think it's... No, I was about to say it's Blumhouse. That's wrong. It's Warner Brothers. It's obviously a continuation of the Conjuring franchise. This is the 3rd Annabelle movie. What the hell is going on there? And it's ranked 3rd in the Annabelle franchise overall. $217 million worldwide. Hasn't got any budget information. It's probably nothing. It'll literally be about $12 million. It's all set in one house. They bring in Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, I think her name is.
Yeah.
The Warrens, and they capitalise on their great sort of characters from The Conjuring. And that's also done enough to bring people in and watch this movie. I'm not one of them. I'm not watching it.
No.
Crap.
Nah, I'm not going to bother, John. But we'll move on to number 9 this week. And its 2nd week, it's Horrible Histories, the movie Rotten Romans. It's grossed another £200,000 over the weekend and overall £1.5 million.
Yeah, Stephen, I said last week that I didn't know anything about this movie, but I actually lied about that because I remembered when I went to see The Lion King. Liar! When I went to see The Lion King in the theatre, it actually came up as one of the trailers and it looked okay. It's just British-centric, sort of a comedy take on a historical sort of a movie. You know, it's kind of a singing, dancing. It's a great cast in there. We touched upon that last week. Look, it's doing okay. Ratings-wise, it's getting absolutely slaughtered on Rotten Tomatoes. I've not even checked that. On IMDb, 5.4. It's not slaughtered. It's just average. But look, it's not a movie I'm interested in, but it looked okay from the trailers. So I can understand why it's made something.
Yeah.
At least just shy of £1.5 million after 2 weeks. That's not to be sneered at for a fairly low-budget movie. It says Horrible Histories, the movie. I presume there's a Horrible Histories TV show or something. And this is a continuation like Thomas the Tank Engine and what was it, Paw Patrol and a couple other ones prior to it. So this is something they're continuing to do. So hats off them.
Yeah, fair play. Well, we'll move on to our final film this week in the top 10, John. It's The Magic Flute, Glyndebourne 2019 opera. It's grossed £100,000 overall.
Yeah.
That's all I've got in this film.
Stephen, I've not got much more to add to the film other than £100,000 is pretty damn decent for what is essentially, I'd presume, a beamback of perhaps a live orchestral performance.
Yeah.
There is no information on I keep saying Rotten Tomatoes, I don't know what's wrong with me. IMDb, literally nothing. I don't know anything about this. I presume it involves a lot of flutes, and it's in Glyndebourne, and it's 2019, and it's an opera. And it's doing okay, so that's really all I've got to add about it, Stephen. I don't know if you want to come in briefly.
Well, not really, John, because it's
I see
something.
You're searching away furiously there.
I know about the Magic Flute was a Peter Sellers film from years ago. I think I don't know if it was Ringo or somebody had something to do with it, but I remember there was some music from Badfinger in it as well, but it's obviously nothing to do with that. But it just goes to show that these films have got something, especially opera. We were talking about Andre Rieu last week, who unfortunately isn't there. He's been replaced with this film, but it just goes to show that it must be this time of year or something, John. I don't know.
Yeah, July.
Yeah.
August, I should say. Summer, although technically it's not summer
yet. I think that's what it is. I think it is one of these beanbags,
Yeah, it's just all the beanbags, Stephen. Obviously, last week it was Andre Rieu, as you did say, and it's a one and done. It's a live performance in Maastricht. Yeah. Not got much to add to it. I'm going to end the show on that note, Stephen, because we are done here, really. What did you guys make of the top 10 in this week's box office in the United Kingdom? Did you see Hobbs and Shaw? Did you think Idris Elba's character was a paper villain? What did you make of the comedic duo, I want to call them, dynamic duo of obviously Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson? What did you make of the other movies in there? Not been much change other than Angry Birds the movie 2, Angry Birds 2 the movie, whatever it is. Can you tell us what the Glyndebourne Magic Flute Orchestra thing is?
Please.
If you can, comment below and let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know anything about this goddamn opera thing. I'd be very intrigued to hear about it. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. You'll get more if you do. And me and Stephen will both be back tomorrow with MBE Heroes.